so you've always got a constant supply of water, and you can hold out as long as you possibly could. The word dungeon actually derives from the French word donjon, which was the original name for the keep at the middle of a castle. So the donjon was the place where you kept all of your valuables and you kept everything safe. And suddenly over time that evolved into a place that you keep prisoners. They were considered, of value. And then all of a sudden the idea of a dungeon moved sort of underground. But actually the big tall keep in the middle of the castle is the original dungeon.
It's always struck me as odd that something as, magnificent as a castle when it was built is then just sort of abandoned, allowed to fall into ruin.
Yeah, lots of castles were actually slighted after the Civil War. So the last time many of them had a serious military purpose was in the Civil War in the 17th century. Many of them held out for royalist forces, and when the parliamentarians took them, they slighted them, which means they destroyed bits of the walls and made it so that they couldn't be defended ever again. And so that's the state that they were left in for centuries. And you eventually, into the 19th century and into the 20th century, you get this slightly romantic attachment to ruined castles, and they become a place that people want to visit. And that's evolved into what is today, the tourism industry of going to visit castles.
See, that was a good question, and there was a really good answer to it. But basically,
that's what
they were
aiming
abandoned
for,
because they were thought of as pointless. And then later on, people went, "Oh no, I like that. It looks really good. Let's look after it and invent the National Trust of English Heritage." And now what's happening is people are thinking, "Let's take over the National Trust of English Heritage and get all that land and give all the money to people in Dubai
and build flats."
Yeah.
Have I ever told you and you can use this, I imagine you get employed for various sort of talks and corporate events, Matt, my castle designer joke?
Oh, no.
Would you like it? Would you like to hear it? I'm a castle designer. What am I designing? What am I doing? Well, I'm designing the tops of the walls. Okay, I'm a castle designer, just the up and down. Okay, what am I designing now? I'm a castle designer. What am I designing now? Like that. Another one there.
Like Arrow slits?
Yes, I'm designing the windows. I'm a castle designer. What am I doing now?
A drawbridge?
I'm just closing my laptop because I've done 2 designs today. I'm a bit tired.